What's up, Joelinator Club? Alright, so tonight I am finally here to give you guys my top 15 favorite movies of 2017. I know it's 2018 already, but things have just been getting in my way, guys, preventing me from doing this video. But hey, it's still early in the year, and I'm here to give you guys my 15 favorite movies because 2017 just gave us so many awesome movies, and I loved a lot of the movies that I saw in 2017, so I'm here to give them to you guys. Before I get started, as usual, I do have a few honorable mentions. Those honorable mentions will be things like Beauty and the Beast, and John Wick Chapter 2, and there's other ones that I'm probably remembering, but I'm forgetting, so I'm sorry. Now, one other thing before I get started with the list. Understand this, guys, these are not reviews of the movies. Some of them I've reviewed, some of them I haven't. If you're curious as to whether or not I've reviewed them, you can go check out my channel and see my thoughts. And the last thing that you should know before going into this, these are my opinions. These are not the quintessential greatest movies of 2017. These are just the movies that I had the most fun with. So you may disagree with my choices, your list may be different. If that is the case, give me your list down below in the comments. Aside from that, just understand, like I said, it's my opinion. Don't hate if something's on here that you don't like. It's my opinion. So, with that said, let's get started. Number 15. Number 15 is the Lego Batman movie. Now, I was really surprised with this movie. I was expecting to like this movie, but I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. The Lego Batman movie, man, this movie was just hilarious. It was great. Will Arnett being back as Batman, that's part of what makes it good. And it has a great message to it that I think both kids and adults would find really touching, and I really like this movie. It's funny, it's cool, it has great action, it's good for kids, it's good for adults, it's great for Batman fans, it's a great movie. Number 14. Number 14 is a movie that I predicted would make my list, and here it is, The Fate of the Furious. Now, a lot of you guys are probably surprised that this is on my list, but I did say in my review, like I said, that this would probably make my list, and here it is. Now, The Fate of the Furious, I thought, was one of the best Fast and the Furious movies that I have ever seen. First of all, Dominic's dilemma that he has to go through was really good, and I really felt for Dom in a lot of scenes, and I was rooting for him. I wanted him to make the right decisions, wanted him to do what was right, be back with his family and all that. But aside from that, the action was awesome. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, dude, he's my favorite actor. He's always awesome in anything I see him in. And I really like The Fate of the Furious, so that's why it's my number 14. Number 13. Number 13 is Coco. Now, Coco really surprised me. I was expecting to like Coco, but I didn't know I was going to love Coco. I absolutely loved Coco. The story was great, the characters were also lovable. I really loved the look and feel to this movie. It looks amazing. And I really like that Disney likes to show different cultures, and I like that a lot of animated movies are doing that nowadays. That's really cool. Coco was just a beautiful movie. It was great, and I hope it wins Best Animated Film at the Oscars this year. Number 12. Number 12 is actually a movie that I didn't see in theaters, and that is War for the Planet of the Apes. I really liked War for the Planet of the Apes. I didn't see the first two when they came out, but I really loved this one. I took the time when this movie came out to watch the first two movies, and then I watched this one, and wow, I really liked War for the Planet of the Apes. Caesar is hands down the best movie ape that has ever been created. Number 11! Number 11 is another movie that I predicted would be on here, and that is Power Rangers. Okay, now, hear me out, guys. I did not grow up with the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV show. However, now that I have Amazon Prime and Netflix, I've been watching it a lot, and I love it. And comparing that show to this movie, I gotta say, I like some of the changes that they made, and some of them I could have done without. But bottom line, if you're a Power Rangers fan, I think you'll like this movie. I mean, the characters were great for the most part. The acting was top-notch. Billy really stole the show, and I'm really hoping that they do a second one because this franchise has so much potential, and I really, really want a second Power Rangers movie to be made. So, it's on my list, number 11, Power Rangers. Number 10. Number 10 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, here's the thing, I wanted this movie to be higher on the list, but the fact is, it's not as good as the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Granted, don't get me wrong, it's a great movie, but this movie went more funny than serious like the first Guardians did. Granted, the first Guardians had a lot of funny stuff in it, but this one went for a comedic side. Now, I don't really have a problem with that as long as it brings a new story and stuff like that, and that's exactly what it does. It gives us great story, great characters. I really felt for Star-Lord in a lot of scenes, and the music was awesome. And man, I'm just waiting to see what role the Guardians are going to play in Infinity War. So, number 10, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I love it. Number 9. Number 9 is It. Now, I really didn't care about it the first time I saw the poster because I didn't like the It miniseries. However, upon hearing stuff about this movie, I was like, okay, I'll go check it out. And man, this new version of It was absolutely amazing. Pennywise was terrifying, and we get to know the kids, you get to know everything about them. That is what this movie needed to be, and it's exactly what it was. I absolutely loved this new version of It. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Number 8. Number 8 is a movie that I wanted to be on here, and yet here it is, Justice League. Now, I went into Justice League really, really nervous because I have been waiting for this movie basically my entire life. However, upon seeing it, I gotta say it was awesome. I loved all the characters. I loved their personalities. I liked that everybody got their moment to shine. Justice League was an absolutely smashing film, start to finish. I had a great time with it, and I guarantee you DC fans will too. Go check it out. Number 7. Number 7 is Dunkirk. Now, when I first heard about this movie, I didn't even know what it was about, but as soon as I heard Christopher Nolan was directing, I was like, I'm in, because Christopher Nolan's my favorite film director, and I gotta say, Dunkirk was more than a movie. It was an experience. You really feel like you're there experiencing this war with these characters, and I really loved Dunkirk. This movie was absolutely breathtaking. It was amazing. It had great story, it had great characters, it had a great setup, and I just love it. If you guys haven't seen Dunkirk, just do yourself a favor, watch it. Number 6. Number 6 is Thor Ragnarok. Now, this, like I said in my review, is the best Thor film we have ever gotten, and I stand by that. While the first 2 Thor films were great and serious and action-packed and stuff, this one was basically a comedy. Similar to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but this one was, I believe, funnier than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And I really liked this movie. It gave us great characters. Loki actually becomes a good guy, and it really just... Thor Ragnarok just fires on all cylinders from start to finish. It's virtually just awesome. Number 5. Alright guys, now we're in the top 5, so this is where the heavy hitters start coming in. Number 5 is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman had a lot riding on it, and I was not disappointed with Wonder Woman. I really, really liked it. This movie was amazing, and we knew that if this movie was bad, then Justice League just wasn't going to be good. But that wasn't the case at all. Wonder Woman was great. It was a good film. It was fun. It had a triumphant feel. It was action-packed. Gal Gadot did a great job as Wonder Woman, and she always will in the future installments. And I just loved Wonder Woman from start to finish. There were some things that caught me off guard, and I really liked it. Wonder Woman, hands down, one of the best DC movies ever made. Number 4. Number 4 is the most original film I have seen this year, and that is Baby Driver. Baby Driver was just awesome. But the first time I saw this title, I was like, okay, that's just weird. But upon seeing it, I gotta say, Baby Driver was absolutely smashing. The cast was amazing. The music, awesome. And I really had an awesome time with this movie. It is a non-stop action-packed thrill ride, start to finish, and Edgar Wright did an amazing job directing this movie, and his style shows here with Baby Driver. If you guys have not seen this movie, I know I keep saying that, but just watch it. It is amazing. Support Baby Driver because it is an original movie, and I love it. Number 3. Number 3, you guys knew this one was going to be on here, SpiderMan Homecoming. Okay, I said before, and I'll say it again, this is the best Spider-Man we have ever had. I've said that with other Spider-Man movies, but I really mean it with this one, because this was the definitive Spider-Man for the big screen. Tom Holland did an amazing job, and I loved everything about it. Spider-Man was made sympathetic, and like he always is, and he was cool, he was funny, Michael Keaton was great, Robert Downey Jr. was great. This was just a great movie, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Spider-Man in Avengers Infinity War. Wondering what role he's going to have. But SpiderMan Homecoming, man, this was just awesome. I love it. Number 2. Okay guys, number 2 and number 1 were very close. I mean, they were fighting. They were fighting it out, but it has to be in a certain order. So here you go. Number 2 is Logan. Logan was just a tearjerker. It was emotional. It wasn't this like fun Wolverine type stuff. I mean, it had Wolverine stuff that was fun, but it was dark. It had an adult tone. This is not a movie for kids. This is a great, solid Wolverine movie for adults, and Hugh Jackman not playing Wolverine anymore, well, I guess we'll see. I'm still sad about it, but I still loved Logan, and I guarantee you guys will too if you haven't seen it already. Number 1. Okay, you haven't seen it on my list yet, so yeah, you know what it's gonna be. Number 1 is Star Wars The Last Jedi. Star Wars The Last Jedi is just awesome. This is hands down my favorite Star Wars movie. I really liked it. I mean, it had heart, it had action, it kept me on the edge of my seat, it had some funny moments, it had serious moments, it had everything. And the reason why is because that's what Star Wars is. It has everything that I want in film. I know I'm biased because Star Wars is my favorite movie franchise of all time, but I'm sorry guys, I just love Star Wars. And The Last Jedi shows. And I really, really love The Last Jedi. I understand that there were some people that didn't, but that's to be expected. That's fine if you didn't like it, but I just love it, and it is my number 1 favorite movie of 2017. So there you go guys, those are my top 15 favorite movies of 2017. Post your comments below, I want to know what your favorites are. And stay tuned on Thursday because that is when I will give you guys my most anticipated movies of 2018. And soon after that, I'll give you guys my movie collection video and my game collection videos. I'll split those into 2 parts. Stay tuned for those guys. Post your comments below about what your favorite movies were in 2017. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys are the best. And if you like this, like, comment, favorite, hit that subscribe button, and join the Jolinator Club. Chest bump!